everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at Kiss of Life Fire to Anyone cover. Now, if you've seen any of my videos or have seen me over the span, just reacting to different K-pop contents, I have vocalized on quite a few occasions that I used to be a blackjack back in the day, a fan of To Anyone back in my heyday as a K-pop fan. Now, as I've taken more of a dance analyst perspective, not really stepped away from K-pop around 2016, honestly around To Anyone's disbandment. It's been really fun to dive right back in from this lens that I've had. So I'm excited to kind of have these two worlds collide. Maybe we'll get to see a To Anyone comparison on here. We'll see. But I'm excited to take a look at this. Let's go ahead and have a watch. This is like live. Very impressive. Like they have to hold it down. Good night. Yes, ma'am, for Bomb's part. This is, you can see that they're trying to use a lot of energy for this. It's really hard. It's hard to do it, like having full energy, but sacrificing vocals. That's such a hard thing to navigate. That's something that with ATs, they've had to learn. I appreciate paying tribute for sure. Fun. I'm glad they covered it. Now, I feel like it's only fitting to look at Baby To Anyone doing Fire, because that was their debut track. Let's go watch! Okay, I found one I've not seen before. This one's Music Core from 2010, baby. Let's watch this shindig. God! Yes, ma'am, you are. Dara with her hair on the palm tree. No, they have a backtrack on this. Yes, ma'am. What freaking powerhouse. You can hear the difference between her singing and not. Stable. Now, our camera did not need to go there to the hips. Dara always with the auto-tune too. Okay. So they skipped this part. We're not going to skip it. We're going to admire it. Joe, let it go. Elo, let's go. Oh, girl, holding up the blackjacks. You remember their shoes too? Jeremy Scott. I own a pair of Jeremy Scott shoes because of 2NE1, and I will still own a pair of Jeremy Scott Adidas shoes because of this group. God, her projection is phenomenal. You hear her here. Yes. Stable. Also, when wearing sunglasses on stage was the vibe, because GD would do it too. God, they were monster Gurkies before Monster Rookie was a thing. Like, that's, God. So stable. I was really mostly listening for the tone and not quite looking at the dancing, because it was just, alright, because that was the biggest indicator for me that I would be comparing to with them. They were pretty stable. You could tell when it cut out, like the backtrack would cut out, and you can clearly hear it's them. That's the only one where you couldn't really hear it 100% was Dara. But even with Dara, there was that challum, that part where you do have, of course, auto-tune, man, was the heyday for me. This was the era for it. I'm still living in it sometimes. But yeah, this was awesome. Let's go back and talk about our Kiss of Life, ladies. Okay, from the top, this is like, guys, this is 2023, 12 years? Like, literally about 12, 13 years difference. That is crazy. That is crazy! Now, part of me feels, because sometimes when people cover artists, they swing one of two ways. First, they either cover it outright, like here, or they change it up. I go by the name of Julia Kiss of Life. You know, like, she could have played it, and I would have vibed with it. But also, I don't know about the audience, the context of it. I don't know those things. But I am I'm a fan of when people cover a 2NE1 track. But it's hard. It's hard to do it. You better get yours. I like that was cute because I'm getting mine. Now notice they cut it out there. Like, they really don't have anything helping them for this at all. So I'm assuming what the case is that they didn't do anything in studio. I think they just got the instrumentation outright. Is really what this sounds like. You have nothing aiding them. And for me, I kind of wish that was the case. Set them up for success a little bit, you know? I mean, even 2NE1 didn't sing the whole time. Sometimes they allowed the backtrack to have that moment to help create and continue with the charisma. It actually helped placate to whenever she would project, you can hear it, you know? So I think that was a downfall, unfortunately, for this. But here's the thing, I love the energy they're bringing. Their energy is great. I just wish there was more stability in the vocals. Nights into the split. Normally, I was actually thinking that she did Minzy's part, but Minzy did the tumor, that part. This is a CL part. So it's fun to see that there. So yeah, also the choreography is different as well. Doesn't really bother me that much either. Look at her project. Love that. Nice. And with Balm's part too, it is nice they gave this to her because she has a great tone for it. Because Balm has such a very distinct vocalization. Not many people have a vocalization like her. So it's nice that they gave that to her out of everybody. I think that's Belle. That would be my gut. Tells me that. Because she's the one I don't really recognize, but I recognize the other ones. Yeah, you can tell their breath, like, but they are all singing to help support each other to project it out more. Yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah, I think it was a very smart move to kind of, you know, make the track a little bit shorter for them because, I mean, it's a whole song, you know. And they're doing a good job. They're doing a great job on presentation and performance. They truly are. It just goes back to that, to my point, I do feel like having some sense of backtrack outside of just the music would have really helped. I understand their choice of having everybody vocalize while for each other to help support each other because there's no backtrack. And I do feel like this is definitely something confirmed for me because I did ask this, or I was expecting something when I watched them live. I was curious about what happened to their energy conversion. Were they going to conserve it for the sake of stable vocals, or are we going to see a case like this? And this is what we're ending up seeing, where their performance is really high, but the vocalization has dropped substantially. It really does sound like an MR removed version, even though this is what they performed live. Still, very impressive. It is hard to do. It is, especially for people who are rookies. On a track that was not made for them. Please note that too. Just because all of them are technically older, then I would say the one that's closest in age to any of them would be Hanu. And Hanu, she's like 18. No, 2023? What? She's 19, almost 20, I think. I don't know. But my point is that with this, I think she's still 18. Yeah, because it's 2023. My point with this is that 2NE1, you had, Dara I think was like 26, and then Balm was like in her 20s. CL was like 19, and Minzy was like 16 or 17. So I do have an issue with Minzy being as young as she was. And of course, when I was younger, it didn't bother me, obviously, because I'm around her age. So I think she's a little older than me, but yeah, they're finishing it out. I think for me, those things that I suggested, I think would have made it very more balanced, and they wouldn't have had to do so much. But they did, I do appreciate the fact they went with the 2NE1 track, noting that they were a group of 4, and with them too. I would say the parts that really stood out the best, I would say, is Belle doing Balm section. That was very stable. And then you see Hano near the tail end of hers. Near the end of the sections is where it felt very stable. And the parts where it felt the least stable was when they were all singing together, and I think it's because of what I had already mentioned about support and reference. So I do apologize. I know a lot of you watch me for dance analysis specifically. The dancing is different. It doesn't, like I said, does not bother me at all. Part of me does wish, I may have to see naturally more lives. I hope that their lung capacity helps them in the long run. I really want them to be able to perform to this extroverted state because I love it. But I want their vocals to hold it down too and have a balance. I don't want them to have to lip sync or feel the need to have a backtrack, but it would really help, of course. And I think it helps with the overall ambiance. You know, so it is, I think that's my one qualm with this. But it's not even a qualm. It's definitely something to admire and be inspired, and it's freaking difficult to do this in front of so many people anyway. So young of a group too. Because everybody's going to be looking at you like, how you going to hold out, you know? And with this is a 2NE1 debut track, it hits different because of how 2NE1 did it. Like I was saying at the end of theirs, monster rookie, that wasn't really a term heavily used until 2NE1. But also know too, I came around that Gen 2 era, so there's a chance they may have used it, but Gen 2 was popping off around that 2009, 2010 eras where you got a lot of heavy hitter groups, but you know, a lot of them unfortunately are no longer with us. But we move on, we digress. But anyway, it's really nice to see 2NE1 living and breathing in the 5th gen, man. And I love the admiration and all that. That was just really fun. I don't know what event this was for. I think it says, this is what, like good night? This is like, I don't, yeah. Something, but that was really enjoyable for me as somebody who was a fan. I mean, I still am a fan of 21. They're the only albums I ever bought, and they're the only autograph I ever got on a K-pop side that like it's like an authentic autograph. Like that was the only one that I like really wanted and got. So I am very much appreciative of that. So this was great. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Once again, my apologies for not really providing a dance analysis, but mostly just looking at it from the lens of a live performance. I do think people should get a lot more grace in a live, especially whenever there's no lip syncing involved and they're singing outright. It's a lot harder to do than you think. And so for me, I think they did a pretty great job. Of course, there's other things that I think would have really helped them with this particular take, especially covering a track like Fire, because 2NE1 did not leave a lot of room for error in terms of projection and stabilization since their inception as a group back in the beginning stages. So this was truly wonderful to see, and I am looking forward to seeing more from Kiss of Life. Like I've mentioned, if you want to see actual dance analysis from me about Kiss of Life, because I've had some amazing things to say about them, I have it made available on Patreon first, but I think a couple of them should be out to YouTube by the time this gets released on YouTube. And it's been really fun to take a look at them, and I do have a couple more to look through and enjoy with you guys, and I haven't seen any of their music videos yet, and so I'm looking forward to that too whenever that time comes. Once again, I am Jess. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!